Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Clangen series where we are here with the nocturnal Badgerclan, who has quite a lot of turmoil, not only because of their leader Lightstar, who is bloodthirsty and a little bit crazy, but also with our newest apprentices that Thriftback actually adopted as his own. We have Rainpaw here, whose biggest dream was to become a medicine cat. She is compassionate and a lover of stories. But her brother Greenpaw, fully well knowing how Rainpaw felt, decided that he actually wanted to become a medicine cat instead. So he asked Branchtail, and because he was the first one to do so, unfortunately for Rainpaw, he was made an apprentice, a medicine cat apprentice at that. And it's interesting because he's adventurous and constantly climbing. I could see him having quite a hard time with commitment, and that just kind of proves, considering he is wondering if Rainpaw would have been a better healer than he is. So he's having a little bit of turmoil. He's not quite sure if he should be the healer, it seems. For now, we'll just sort of let it be. Their siblings Brownpaw apparently fell into a creek, and Sparkpaw is learning a lot from Theo, and we actually have a Spark Kit in Viperclan now as well, so quite a lot of sparks flying around. Theo joined Moon 75 apparently, and we have Rushtooth as well, who is, I believe, yes, the kitten of Slatestone and Branchtail. And he's actually pretty bloodthirsty. So it's quite unfortunate that Rainpaw got him of all cats. Thankfully, he's actually sick right now, so Rainpaw will probably go with her brother Brownpaw instead. And his mentor, Iceflick, to do some training today. And apparently they find a sour badger scent. So we have Iceflick, who's kind of childish, and maybe he's ambitious actually. If we have ambitious and childish on here, I think they're gonna proceed. Hopefully not die. No, they're fine. Okay, so Iceflick comes up with a plan. Despite being with 2 apprentices, he actually commits, and that's pretty scary. They don't have a lot of empathy for younger cats like Viperclan does. Viperclan's empathy is extreme when it comes to younger cats, and kind of lackluster when it comes to the older ones. Well, really just when it comes to anyone who's not young. Whereas these cats don't really care for any cat who can't provide for themselves. So Lightstar, Splinterstripe, Sparkpaw, I suppose, and Ghost Whale are going to go on a border patrol. They come across a small dog, and Lightstar will always proceed on these no matter what cat is in her patrol. She's pretty much always the one leading the border patrols here in Badgerclan, so she wants really strong cats, to prove to everyone else that Badgerclan is very strong. Frankie still doesn't have his warrior name, to be fair, but I don't think he ever will get it. Neither will Theo, probably. I think they're just sort of a clan with rogues in it. But these 2 are gonna go hunting. They can't find anything to disguise their scent, but it goes well nonetheless. And Greenpaw is actually out and gathering some herbs. So let's do our first time skip in quite a while. Frankie's bruises are gone, and Brownpaw was not only caught outside the clan's territory, but he also realizes that Tom doesn't describe how they feel anymore. So okay, so Brownpaw has decided that they are non-binary. I'm assuming that they will go with they, them pronouns now then. Of course, they are still biologically male because these wildcats cannot. Well, they don't have a surgeon to change their gender, unfortunately for them. So, how is Greenpaw doing? He's making sure that every nest in the medicine den are as comfortable as possible. Rainpaw feels disappointed after missing her catch. Brownpaw seems to be playing a prank on Meadowbush, and Sparkpaw is practicing some battle moves. So I guess Sparkpaw and Ghost Whale, you two can go training. Ooh, this is a new splash art. Okay, so the patrol wants to hold a training session for Sparkpaw. They decide to focus on how best to hide within the tall grass. Sparkpaw listens carefully as Ghost Whale explains how to move through the grass unseen and undetected. And I actually remember there was someone, I don't know why her siblings is listed, but I remember someone, well, what? You like Rushtooth? He's 22 moons, so he's pretty much 2 years now, so he would be on the romance table, but my goodness. Okay, but yeah, some people were saying that Thriftback should have become the deputy instead of Ghost Whale, because Lightstar obviously wants someone who won't threaten her authority, which Thriftback, being oblivious and in love with her, would definitely not threaten it. So I could actually see that. Ghost Whale so far hasn't caused any problems, but when he retires, I could definitely see, I mean, he even likes Lightstar ever so slightly. She also does, actually. But I could definitely see her. Oh my goodness. She's glaring over the clan from the leader's den. My goodness. Lightstar, you are something else. But I could definitely see her kind of opting her options here between the cats and seeing which cat might be more loyal to her than others. Right now she does have all her 9 lives, so I don't think she's too worried. But maybe in the future she could definitely start getting a bit worried about other cats who might actually betray her. Rainpaw, I think, is going to be taken out by Meadowbush to do some training. They spot a badger running through or moving through the territory, but Meadowbush, I think, will not proceed with a young cat. She's helping to escort the medicine cat to gather herbs, apparently. Whoops, I could have actually done that. But she is definitely not as aggressive as the other cats are here in this clan. She's kind of older. She was here when Badgerstar was leader, and she definitely thinks Badger was the rightful leader. She's probably pretty mad about StarClan not giving him 9 lives. So she would want to protect the younger cats here, definitely. I think that's why she might also stay here, even now. So Lightstar, you can take Theo. Brownpaw, which means Ice Flick is coming with, and I guess that's that. So on a border patrol. They see 2 kits from Stag Clan playing close to the border. Well, Stag Clan doesn't have any kittens right now, I don't think. I'm a little bit unsure, but I don't think they should have any kittens. So we're gonna just antagonize, or not proceed, because I don't think they have any. Splinter Stripe and Frankie, you two can go hunting. Just proceed. They find some carcasses under some 2-leg things. Okay, so Branchtail was actually seen touching noses with someone from Stag Clan. Scandalous. Oh, okay. Well, you have a mate here and everything. Oh, I wonder if actually... Okay, I think Branchtail was actually seen touching noses with Berrypool, his son, who is in Stag Clan right now. I could actually see that happening. Ghost Whale gives Sparkpaw a friendly nudge when the leader calls the young cat's name. They watch with pride as Sparkpaw steps closer to receive their new name, Sparkcry, and are honored for their strong will. Sparkpaw, you're 11 moons old, okay. And she turned out to be bloodthirsty, a great speaker, and a good mediator. Oh, okay. Sparkcry is pretty cool. Actually, I really like the name Sparkcry. It's a little bit hard to say, but it does sound pretty cool. We're gonna keep her name Sparkcry, I think. And apparently she was sent out on a early patrol. So Sparkcry, Ghost Whale, Rainpaw, Splinter Stripe, Ice Flick, and I guess Brownpaw are gonna go on a border patrol. They see suspicious prints in the mud and chase out I'm sorry, what? Lightstar is apparently thinking about taking kittens from another clan. You're a mess, Lightstar. You're an absolute mess. I don't remember where she got injured from. She has a claw wound. I don't know what happened there. Oh well. We're gonna send out Greenpaw and Branchtail for the first time together in a long time. Greenpaw unfortunately got a small cut while tending to the graveyard. So we have Theo here. We also have Meadowbush. I think Meadowbush would say no, we shouldn't take this rabbit. So they're gonna leave that rabbit alone. Okay, so Thriftback is off the table as a deputy because he just died. He just died. Okay. Yeah, he just died of a claw wound. That's a little bit unfortunate. Branchtail was seen loudly bickering with the medicine cat of ViperClan. I wonder if those two, if he had actually gotten help with from ViperClan's medicine cat, but then Thriftback died, so the two were just seen arguing over his death. I could see that. Branchtail was seen loudly bickering. Yeah, right. And then Greenpaw's small cut is no longer bothering him. Lightstar rests their muzzle on Brownfur's head and declares them to be a full warrior of Badgerclan, honoring their generosity. And Thriftback, unfortunately, has gone to StarClan. And I'm wondering, he became compassionate and a masterful storyteller. Okay, I'm gonna name him Brown Oak. And okay, well that looks a little bit weird. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna name him Brown Bark, as in the bark of a tree, but also the bark of a dog, because he's a storyteller. So, or sorry, they're a storyteller, so I could totally see them just barking off stories all night to all the younger cats and older as well, especially of their father, well, adoptive father, Thriftback. Yeah, I was gonna maybe name him or them Thrift or Brown Back or Brown Thrift, but it didn't really work, unfortunately. So, Brown Bark, you can go on a hunting patrol with your sister Rainpaw, I think. and she sees a fat rabbit on the other side of Stagclan border. A tempting opportunity to be sure, but it may not be wise to hunt on a different clan's territory. See, any Badgerclan cat would pretty much do this, except for Meadowbush. And Rainpaw has kind of been hanging out with Meadowbush lately. Brownbark, I don't think, has too many like antagonistic thoughts. I don't think they're too ambitious in that way. So I think they're actually gonna not proceed here. Which is interesting, because basically all the other cats, either because they're honoring Lightstar's decisions or just because they want to mess with the other clans, would actually antagonize. Including Sparkcry, their bloodthirsty sister. Speaking of, Iceflick, Ghost Whale, Sparkcry, Meadowbush, and Splinterstripe are gonna go on a border patrol. And they actually find an abandoned kitten, so they're definitely gonna proceed. But unfortunately, it grows weak, and a couple days later, it just doesn't survive. Probably because we don't have any queens in the camp, so that makes sense. And Greenpaw actually meets a cat they know. Oh, did you meet Thriftback? That's so cute. I could totally see him meeting Thriftback. But Badger is also giving advice to a medicine cat, although he wouldn't know Badger, so. And Weedstock is apparently watching Badgerclan proudly. I don't really remember Weedstock, I'm gonna be honest. Goodness gracious. I am just checking that I have Prevent Fading on. Oh, actually, Badger doesn't have 9 lives, though. I'm unsure. Should I click Prevent Fading on Badger? Because he doesn't have 9 lives. So I don't think I should know. Anywho, let's see the next moon, where absolutely nothing happens. Okay, so absolutely nothing is happening this moon. But we do still have Greenpaw, who apparently had quite the adventure today. And Rainpaw, who is thinking about how cool it will be when they are a warrior. Okay, so she seems to actually be appreciating, or like, what's it called? Liking her new life as a warrior. And Greenpaw might like his path as a medicine cat as well. I still think, though, I'm gonna change Meadowbush to become a mediator and then sabotage these two even more. Because these two are just, I just don't feel like, unfortunately, basically all siblings and related cats are just gonna love each other no matter what you do. Because they start with such a high love for each other. But I really want sibling drama, and those two are basically the perfect victims, unfortunately. Especially because the clan, or well, the game itself will almost never make those two not love each other. Because they're siblings. Anywho, they definitely have a complicated relationship. It's not like they hate each other, but they are pretty jealous of each other and just can't really stand being around each other without doing some snarky remarks, for example. That being said, there we go. We have caught up all the clans with each other now, so that's amazing. And next time we'll go back to Badgerclan and sort of see what is happening over there. Relatively calm for being Stagclan, sorry. Relatively calm for being Badgerclan this time, actually. I am pleasantly surprised with how little murder was involved this time. But if you guys are interested in seeing more of these Clangen adventures as well as other adventures, be sure to possibly leave a like or subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.